G'day everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all well. Magic here, back with another series. So today we're actually going to be playing Dragon Ball Z Harukanaru Densetsu. It's actually a DS game from way back in the day. I used to play this growing up, I have heaps of fond memories of it, lots of nostalgia. So I thought it'd be cool to jump back on and play it. Now it is a DS game, so I am actually playing on an emulator. So if you want to learn and know more about that, come jump in the Discord and I can explain more there. So we're pretty much just going to jump straight into it. I haven't started this again. I mean, it has been like 15 years, but we'll see how we go. So it is actually a turn-based strategy game. So it's a little bit different from probably what you'd expect, but it's pretty fun and we'll see how we go. Alright, starting from the start. What's your name? We've got to go with magic, of course. I don't know if we can do lowercase. There we go, it's just going with the same. So M-A-C, and that's what we're going to go with. So, that's your name, huh? Is that how you want it? Yes, this is the name that I want, of course. There you go, the classic. Alright, let's start from scratch. Start with this save data. Yes, please. Alright, we've got story mode versus mode and collection. We'll just be going with story mode. Probably be a fair few episodes of this, so we'll see how we go. Alright, whose scenario do you want? We've got Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo, and it seems like we have another one here. I'd say that's maybe Vegeta, maybe Broly, not sure. So we might just start... So we'll start with Goku, the classic. Which scenario do you want? Looks like we only have one to choose from for the moment, so Raditz, Messenger from the Stars. Save Gohan from Raditz. Maximum number of turns, 16, clear rank. So we'll learn about a lot more of what these mean as we progress, and then obviously we'll learn through the game together. I think it follows the original Dragon Ball Z storyline, so if you guys have seen that, then you probably know a little bit more. Raditz, Messenger from the Stars. I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z growing up, but just kind of while it was on TV, that kind of thing. Tell me, Goku, is this your first time playing this game? I can help you, if only a little, in the battles that await you. If you need to know anything about this game, just ask me, alright? Hey, thanks a lot, Kami. I'm not going to be doing voices. There's going to be too many characters and I'm going to butcher them anyway, so you're just stuck with me. Goku. If it's my first time, I'd better find out as much as I can. So, what to start with? Alright, I guess we'll start from the start. So again, this is a strategy game, so there is going to be a little bit of text involved, but once we get into it, we'll see how things work. So, energy cards. In this game, cards called energy cards are used for everything you do. So listen carefully. There are 3 things that you need to know about energy cards. These are power, guard, and action. If you don't know how these 3 work, this game will be much harder for you. Now, which do you want to hear about? Power first. In the upper left corner of each card is the image of a Dragon Ball. So 3 different cards here. So stars are the power ratings here. 1 star, 4 star, and 6 stars. The number of stars is the power rating of the card. If you use the card to move on the map screen, your power determines how far you move. So I think if I remember from the actual gameplay, there's an overview map, which is where you kind of move through, interact with collectibles, and then you can fight opponents. And then once you actually get into a battle, then that's like another element to it as well. If you use the card in battle to attack, and the card's action type is attack, the power becomes the attack's strength. So there's, again, 3 different types of cards. Now, if we have an attack card, which I think it's these little symbols if I remember correctly, then the power becomes the attack strength. So this is how strong they are as well. So it's either how far they move or how strong they are. Ask more about battles to learn more about attacks. I get it, the number of stars on the Dragon Ball in the top left is the power for moving or attacking. Nice and simple. Also, there's a rating above 7, so it only gets to 7 Dragon Balls. And then there's Z as well, so even stronger. If there are 1 to 7 stars, that's the rating, but Z counts as 8. Cool. Remember this well because the guard ratings are numbered the same way. Z is the highest number. Got it. Okay, so let's have a look at guards. So powers for attacking and moving. Okay, so they're on the same card. So the power and then the guard. So the number in the card's lower right is the guard rating. When you use a card on the map screen, this will determine whether you have a full battle. Ask me about the map screen for more details. During a battle, the guard rating determines how effectively you can defend against enemy attacks. Ask me about battles for more details. The guard rating in the lower right decides whether I go into the battle from the map screen. So I think there's also like optional kind of battles, like if they're a weak opponent and they kind of challenge you, and if your guard's high enough, then they won't actually get into a battle with you. So I think you maybe save health or cards with them, things like that. I'd better ask about the map screen and battles to learn more. Alright, I think we only got one more. Then we can get into it. Action cards. In the middle of the card is its action type. This tells you what the card does when you use it, and there are 8 kinds. Okay, so all the information is on the actual card itself. So we have the power up the top left, we have the guard at the bottom right, and then we have the type of action in the middle. So 8 different types. Strike, which I'm assuming is this one. Hide, which I don't think is either of these. Training, reverse, energy, event, use, and Z. So a bunch of different ones. We'll learn as we go. Also, their effects are different on the map screen and in battle, of course. Hit different kinds of cards, that's what I was thinking. And they work differently on the map screen and in battles. Better listen to all of this. There's lots to learn. Alright, map screen effects. When you use a card on the map screen, it lets you move, but at the same time, the card's action type plays a role. Ask me about action types for more details. Man, I really want to get to fighting. It's probably what you guys are thinking too. But first, I better find out more about how actions work. Very well, let's start with the ones used in battle. Strike, hide, energy, and training. Let's say they're these ones. A strike card lets you attack once that turn. A hide card lets you hide from an opponent after moving. However, you can still end up in a battle against an opponent standing on the map screen. An energy card increases the power of your attacks for 1 turn. A training card increases your defense ability for 1 turn. Well, you remember that? Yep, totally. If I'm okay on HP, I can use strike and energy cards in battle. If I'm running low on HP, I should use hide or training cards. Perfect. Exactly, now that leaves event, use, and reverse cards. Event cards call your friends. They can help you out by giving you items and such. These cards let you use your items. Reverse cards let you discard all energy cards in your hand and draw a new hand from your deck. Well, can you remember all that? I see. Event cards give me items, and use cards let me use them. And if I don't like my hand, I can use reverse card to draw a new one. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see how we go. Good. Now finally, I can tell you about Z cards. This is the 8th kind. These can act as any action type you wish. This makes these cards extremely useful. So they can be used for any kind of action, and that's amazing. By the way, Goku, these cards have different effect when you use them on the map screen, but you'll often encounter enemies after moving. Ask me about the map screen for more details and listen carefully. Yep, I'd better listen carefully. Still, with so many types of actions, I should be ready for just about anything. Okay, we definitely did the first one. I think we did battle effects, did we not? How do I do damage in the first place? Okay, so we haven't done this one yet. Very well, we're doing damage. Let's start with the strike, event, and reverse cards. A strike card lets you attack on your own. An event card has your friends help out by attacking the enemy. Reverse cards will take some explaining, of course, just like all the rest of it. When using a reverse, if your power rating is lower than your opponent's, you will swap power. Okay, so if there's a reverse card, and say if I use this 1 power card and they have, say, a 6 power card, I think it'll swap them. So basically, it lets you use their own power to damage them. So I think you can remember all this. Try our best. Reverse card, change the power rating before a challenge. So when I use a reverse card, I can make my opponent's power weaker or my own power stronger. Very interesting card. Next, some of the cards that let you add the power of the cards in your hand. Energy and training cards. The power rating of an energy card is added to that of another card. The power of a training card is added to the guard rating of the other card. However, these actions can't be used to attack themselves, remember. Alright, there's lots here. We'll work it out as we go. Nope, not really. Energy and training cards make other cards stronger. They can't be used to attack. If I do it right, I can deliver a really amazing game. To conclude, that leaves hide and use cards. Use cards let you use the items you are carrying. When you want to restore HP and such, you'll need a use card. If you think your opponent is too much, you should use a hide card. However, there are some enemies you can't escape, so be careful. Also, these cards can't cause damage to the opponent. Well, I think you can remember all that. Use cards lets me use items, hide cards lets me run away. I need those if I get in trouble. We'll see how we go. The Z cards, just like when you use them on the map screen, you can use them as any action type. The Z cards can be used for any kind of action. Very handy, seems great. Alright. back to these ones. I think we're almost done. Let's see what else you need to know. Okay. Pretty sure we went through all of them. Alright, let's keep going. Let's move on. The map screen, the next one we need to go to. What you see on the top screen, so top screen is actually this left screen, just here, is the map screen. On it will be small blue points. You can use these, you can move to these by using your energy cards. When you move, any number of things can happen. If you come to a point with an enemy, naturally a battle will follow. If you stop at a point with a picture, some kind of event will follow. The status screen shows you all sorts of information that will be helpful as you play the game. Now, would you like to hear about the map screen? Of course. Finding an enemy. When you move to one of the blue points on the map screen, sometimes you'll spot an enemy. This is an encounter. It will determine whether you enter a battle. So that's what an encounter is. Now listen carefully. In an encounter, you and your opponent each draw a single card, and whoever has the card with the higher rating wins. Simple, eh? If you have a higher rating, you will not have to enter a full battle. I see, that does sound simple. However, you'd better be careful with those encounters. Huh? Why is that coming? Alright, more info. Because your enemy uses their card's power rating for the challenge. So, if your card's guard rating is higher than an opponent's card rating, you can avoid an unnecessary battle. So there's an enemy card with their power, our card, which uses our guard, so not our power. Power rating for challenge. Yeah, but you use your guard. What? Really? That's weird. So, I just use a card with a high guard and it'll be easy, right? Naturally. Goku. It's not that simple. Because the card you use will be the card you use to move into the area in the first place. So basically, as I'm moving, so if I was here, we traveled, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the card that gets used for the guard. So we have to kind of keep that in mind when we're using. Can't choose a card that I want for an encounter. That's exactly right. So when you choose a card for movement, don't choose only based on power. Think about the card's guard rating as well. Oh, I see. A card with a high power will let me move fast, but even I'll get tired if I have to fight every single enemy that comes my way. Wait, what's happening if my guard and the enemy's power are the same? In that case, you'll lose the encounter and you'll have to enter a battle. So we have to have a higher guard, can't die. But then, if you always run away, you'll never get in enough training, right? I get it. Thanks, Kami. Okay, finding an enemy's done. Point with picture. So I think they're these little bits, potentially. As you traverse the map screen, you'll sometimes come across a point that has a picture attached. These are targets or event points. These are important because entering them will result in an event. Now, you should be able to move around the map with no troubles. Also, if you can't see something on the map screen, you can press the map display button in the lower right. And it'll put the map on the bottom screen where you can slide it around. So we'll be able to see like what's coming up. Now, what do you want next? We've done that. Have we done targets? I don't think so. Here we go. This is a target. It shows the next place you need to go. If you take too long, sometimes your friends could be defeated. When a target appears, you'd best head there quickly as you can. So when a target shows up, I should hurry there? Got it. Alright, event points. There we go. That's what they look like. Occasionally you encounter a point with a picture attached on the map screen. This mark shows an event point. From the icon, you can tell what kind of event awaits you. Wow. So if I go on one of these, something will happen? Let me explain. This is the shop icon. Here you can spend the zenny you've collected to buy various items. This is a healing points. If you go here, your HP will be restored. There's some sensu beans. This is a capsule icon. Here you'll be able to find an item. This is a joke icon. If you go here, you can speak to King Kai. When you do, give him my regards. Very nice. Finally, this is a no entry icon. You can't progress beyond one of these. Nothing will particularly happen here, but remember what it means. So basically, like say if I was starting here, I wouldn't go right because I wouldn't be able to get past this. Instead, you'd have to go left. Well, I think I've got it. Okay, so we've done this one. We did event points. So map screen. Done that. Alright, status screen. In the upper right part of the bottom screen, so it'll be up here with the spaces, is the information button. Press it to see the status screen. There you'll see important information about the current stage. I see. So if I want to know more about something, I should press the information button. Usually how they work, that's what they're there for. You should pay particular attention to the character and cards selection sections. Character shows important information such as current level and HP. Cards let you see what cards you currently have and what they can do. Okay, so I'll look at a character and cards to see what I can go. For information about the current stage, look at the scenario. There you can see what you must do to complete the stage. There's also quit. This will let you leave the game. Thank God, you haven't got an SAO incident. I get it. Scenario shows what I need to do to clear the current stage. But if I want to leave the game, I can hit quit. Alright, done. Tell me about something else. Let's move on. Done. Battles, last one. A full battle occurs when you enter a point occupied by an enemy and lose the encounter battle that follows. I'll explain more about encounter battles when we get to the map screen. Now, what would you like to know about the rules for battles? Attacks. Whoever plays a card with a higher power rating gets to attack. So this is essentially what the screens are going to look like when we're in a battle. So whoever's seeing the HP level, the different cards that we play. First, you and your opponent each play one card to compare power ratings. Whoever wins gets to use an attack action. I see, so I have to play a card with a bigger power to attack, and that's how powerful the attack is. So when we're in the middle of battle, if we both pick an attack card, whoever has a higher power will then overrule the other one, and then you'll get to attack. Something like that. However, don't forget that the one being attacked can defend. Of course, he's going to just sit there and let themselves be attacked. Exactly. Ask me about guarding for more details. Got it. Thanks, Kami. Hold on, Goku. I'm not done just yet. Jesus. Be sure you understand the card's attack types. 8 types of actions on the various cards. Strike will deal the damage. Use will let you use items. You'd best think carefully when choosing a card to use. Ask me about cards more. So when I play a card, I have to think about not only its power, but also the type of action that it does. I'm better asking more about cards. Okay. Don't attack, up to guarding. If you should lose the initial comparison of cards and wind up guarding. So that means, so if this is the enemy's card, they have 6 stars, I only have 2, so then they win. So now we're looking at guarding. The strength of your guard will be determined by the card's guard rating, so that's a 1 at the bottom. Naturally, the higher the guard rating, the less damage you'll take. If you don't have a card with a high power rating, rather than trying to outpower them, play a card with a higher guard rating. So maybe if like the highest card power that I had in my hand was 5 versus their 6, but I know maybe they had a really high one, or if I don't think I'm going to be able to win it, then instead I should play a high card to lose less damage. I see, if I know I can't win with power, there's no point in playing the highest power I have. Exactly. Thanks, Kami, that'll really help. Guys, last one. In a battle, if you and your opponent play cards with the same power rating, it's a draw. Whenever this happens, you'll do another power challenge. And the power rating of the previous draw will carry over. That's right, I remember this. So, we get 6 stars, it's a draw. I think we just go on to the next turn. But next time that there's a draw, then it carries over, or if ever there's like a strike card or something like that. Strike with twice as much power, I'll be in real trouble if I get hit by one of them, but if I win, I'll be able to throw out an amazing attack. I've got to choose very carefully after a draw happens. Absolutely. Alright. I think we are finally done. I see. Well, good luck, Goku. Finally getting into the story now. 5 years have passed peacefully since Goku's battle against the Demon King Piccolo. A mysterious alien called Raditz has arrived, claiming to be Goku's older brother. Raditz kidnapped Gohan, Goku's son. His plan was to force Goku to ally himself with the other Saiyans. While Goku tried to figure out what to do, Piccolo showed up, and they decided to fight together against Raditz. If the two of us fight together, we might just be able to pull this off. But make no mistake, I'm protecting this world so I can conquer it when the time comes. Once we deal with him, I'll beat you, and the world will be mine. I don't think so. Teaming up against him is definitely a good idea. It might be our only hope. Exactly. To be honest, working with you makes me want to puke. Lovely. Alright, and there's Raditz. Alright, while I'm waiting, I might as well find some way to amuse myself. I did bring 4 Cybermen with me after all. I think I'll plant them now. I think these are going to be our first enemies. Beautiful voice acting. I'll tell you what. Yeah. 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 They have so much to say. Are these his friends? They are disgusting. I'll take the one on the right, you take the ones on the left. Alright, so that's what we saw before, so we can't actually go that way. Got it. Oh, looks like we got a first enemy, and we've got that little target symbol as well to tell us like where we have to go next. So the top screen, which is the screen on the left, shows us our minimap. And then on the bottom screen, which is the right screen, this gives us our options. So these cards are used in battle and to actually move around the map. So if I remember correctly, the power is used for our number of steps. So we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got to go 6 steps. Now, these Z's are really powerful, and so are these Z's. So I might try and keep them. So we need to go 6 steps. Let's just use... This does get exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This uses exactly 6, and it has a pretty low guard. So the thing is, though, if I get into the encounter, they then use their power against my guards. So let's just use it. Let's see. So we click on it. Strike card is in effect. This turn, you can attack first. Okay, so we use this card. We take 6 steps. Which way? So we get to pick. Let's go this way. Okay, so even if we walk over the tile, we get it. So this is a capsule, sorry. Found an item point, and we have an apple. I assume that'll restore some HP. Then we get, okay, so now we're on top of the enemy. Haha! Alright, first enemy encounter. So we don't have that challenge thing coming up, because I think that just randomly jumps up through the map. So now we're actually in a battle. So we need to be able to use preferably a high-ish power. These cards got some pretty high guard. We can just start with... Where we just start with a normal strike. So our card versus theirs. Okay, so I actually had 5 power. I think it was only versus their 6 power, but I think they had a different type of card. They didn't actually have an attack card. Okay, so I deal 5 kind of points of damage, and then their guard must have been whatever it was, must have been 2. But then I deal 3 points of damage. Wow, which takes out a lot of health. Okay, so pretty low power cards here. I can use that to guard, or I can try and finish it. Let's just try a high guard. Let's just see what happens. So I'm probably going to lose... Oh, that's right, it's a Z. So I probably don't want to attack because it's pretty low. I'm not sure if I remember what these other things do, so I think we'll go with guard. So I'll lose the power, which means they'll probably attack. Yep, they have 5, and they have a strike action. So they'll attack for 5, but I think I should guard for 8. So I should be like +3 up. So I don't think I should take any damage from this. Yep, so +3 up. Hopefully no damage. No? Okay, so you still take a little bit of damage, so I'll keep that in mind. And there's counter. Alright, let's try and finish this battle. We'll pick the Z, and then we'll pick the attack. And it should hopefully be higher than whatever they have. And if not, it's still pretty high guard, so very strong card this one. Yep, higher power, then they have a guard of 2. Should hit them for 5, and before I hit them for 3, and that was it. So we should be good. There we go, first battle seems to be done. And then lose. So you got to keep in mind of like not trying to use too strong of a cards. Victory. So there's a whole bunch of different moves as well. It gives you stats about who you beat. And then it shows you your XP, your progression, because you can level up your characters as well. So, alright, let's keep going. First battle is done. You're no match for me. Let's see how Piccolo went. If we lost to these weaklings, we'd have no chance against Raditz. Die. Alright, so we got our next enemy. And then we got 2 more. So we'll probably go right, because then we can pick up an item. Now the other thing is too, I think because of these really long paths, that's when we start to encounter random enemies, potentially. So, how many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 spots. So, we might just use some of our worst cards first. We'll use them to move. Again, I don't remember what all this does on a map, so let's just try this. I don't even remember what it is. I think this is the friend. People cards is in effect. Your friend can come help you. Found an item and leap on. Okay, so if you use a friend item when we go to move, which is this one, and then we can pick up an item. So I think it'll be the same as kind of moving over this item here. Alright, what do we get? Power drink C. Obviously some of these items we'll start to use as we go. There we go. Found an enemy. Ooh, that's not good at all. Alright, I guess we can't do the battle. That's what we mean by we have to be careful like which card we pick to move. Alright. Next battle. So it's a good thing we kept some of our cards. So I think he's only level 1, so if we just start off with maybe a 6 power strike, we can potentially get a fair bit of damage on. It should beat out his power actually. Yep. He only has a guard of 1, so 5 points of damage. For a level 1, that should take up probably a fair bit of health. We can maybe one shot. Get a better idea about how things work the more we play, of course. Alright, so level 1, that was pretty good. So that was just 5 points of damage, so try and keep that in mind. Alright, so we've got 10 more XP, so we just need 30 more for the next level. Alright, let's see how far we can move. So I think the other people on the map can also move kind of as you go. Let's go... let's split the difference. Let's go... I don't mind this new one that I just picked up. Let's use this. Okay, energy cards. So this is like the... when you go Super Saiyan. As in effect, this turn your attack power is increased. Six steps. Okay, so that gets us to the sensory beans so we can heal. I'm not sure if it heals like some or if it heals you to full. We'll probably work that out at another time. Found an enemy. So it must be just every time you stop. So yeah, pretty low guard. So I'm definitely gonna have to go into a battle for this one. See what level he is. We might be alright. Okay, but we did have this coming into it as well. So I think this potentially increases our power. Now again, it is only level 1. So let's try, how about we try a power of 4, but it is a guard, so... Alright, we'll try this power of 4. We'll see whether or not this increases our power. But I'm not sure if we're going to attack this when we attack a card. So we're definitely higher. Okay. So, using this shield, we were actually... Because we won it because of our power, the power is not necessarily like how much attack we're going to do. It's just how strong this action is. So because we won the power, we got to use this action. This action was training, and it looked like the training increased the guard of all of our cards. So that's pretty cool. Let's go... I reckon we go either one of these and we just finish it. So we might go this one, because we can keep like a really high guard for another time. So again, my power should be higher, so I should win the exchange, which means I get to attack because it's a strike card. I get to attack for whatever the energy was, which was 8, and then it goes against their guard, which is just 1. So, away. Although I'm not sure if this will kill, because we actually hit for 5 points of damage on a level 1 and 4, and it killed. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. But it is. We're getting there. There's lots to learn. It is pretty fun, and it like really slowly builds into it as well. It's nice. Like the difficulty-wise, it still chucks everything at you at once. Alright, we got 2 steps. I don't know if we can really guard against like the important encounters, so let's use this one. It'll at least give me 2 steps, which is good, and then we got a high guard. So hide card is in effect. This turn you'll avoid encountering battles. Okay, so if I would have used that earlier, I then wouldn't actually encounter one. It's pretty cool how all the cards have different abilities, but they mean different things depending on if you're in battle or if you're moving on the map, so that's pretty cool. There's lots to learn here. It's cool. Oh yeah. As long as we don't take too much damage, it's alright, because we get like gain XP. It's level 4. Let's start off with... This is our Z structure, I think. Yeah, we should win because of the Z, or at least tie. We don't have to use it. Yeah. So it's 8 versus 4, so this will do 4 points of damage, which I reckon will be about half. Because we can kind of use this as well to not, again, like overload. I think the attacks that they use relative to how much power they have as well. So like the 8 power of the Z move, the Kamehameha. Okay, never mind, we just went easy. And we leveled up as well. So I think we can now increase one of the stats, or maybe it just does it for us. It seems you've gone up a level. It's time to explain Dyna capsules to you. On the upper screen, you can see the 8 types of actions, and to the side of each is a number. The number shows how well you can use each type of action. The Dyna capsule chance lets you raise these numbers. When you see the capsule on the bottom screen, if you select it, you can increase one action type. However, you can only select one type. If you don't like the capsules you are looking at, you can discard it. And see the next capsule by tapping the arrow to the right 5 times. Finally, let me give you a little hint. When it comes to what you want to become strong in, pay attention to colour. So we have 8 different attributes which are the same as the cards, and each of these capsules can increase one of them. So can we see what it does? Alright, so I think that's what he means by colour, because the colour of the capsule tells you what it's for. If you click it, that automatically uses it. So for this first one, I just grabbed it, and it gave us an HP up. Okay, so you can increase HP as well. So I think that was kind of greyish. I didn't have it up on screen for very long, so we'll keep that in mind. Well, you kind of have to work some things out as well, not just giving everything to you. You can't beat me. Okay, Piccolo's finally going to move now. It's taking him this long. He's cheating, he's just moving the whole way. If you're that weak, you won't survive against me. Insects, out of my sight. Well, that was easy. Oh, it looks like he's up against Raditz. Okay, looks like we're going to team up with him. I don't know if that actually affects the battle, but we'll see. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got 5 steps to get there. 5 steps. Now, again, we kind of go into the battles with these cards, so I'd say... Well, all the cards are pretty good for the moment. We might... Alright, let's use a guard card. Training card, that's right. Training. For this turn, your defense power is increased. So this will get us 1 shy, but it's got a high guard, so I don't think we'll encounter a battle. I think you can like backtrack as well, which is kind of cool. If you need to or want to for whatever reason. But again, I think we've got a limited number of turns kind of in this whole scenario. So we should win this. Yeah, 3 to 8. So I think we just don't fight at all. Awesome. Let's have a look. So even though this is a 1 power card, I think this is the reversal card. So it actually takes your power and swaps it with your opponents. So we don't want to get rid of this. Now this one, it's a 1 power attack, which is terrible. So I'm definitely going to use that now. That is a really good time to use it. Because I don't think we'll like have a random encounter on this, because it's where we need to go for the actual like story. Well done, Gil. Things are going well. Now we just need to take out their boss. It's some kind of machine that lets him tell how strong we are. I see. We'll probably know when we are coming near to. I guess we'll have to go straight into battle. Can't see you, not very far either. What are you doing here, Kakarot? Don't tell me you actually think you two can beat me. Give back my son. Haha, you fool. We're just going to disappoint you. What are you? We won't know until we try. The voices are going to be different for every single character. They're not going to be consistent. So don't worry about it. Alright, first proper battle that we've got going on here. Okay, to start off with, so we got some training cards which can be good because they increase our guard. So, although it is the very start of a new turn, which means he has a lot of cards, so I reckon he may attack. But let's try a reversal, because again, this swaps our power. Yep. 6. I don't know what happened. Okay, that definitely did not work how I thought it was going to work. I thought we swapped our powers, but I don't know. I guess I didn't read something earlier. So anyway, that didn't work, but at least we didn't take any damage, so that's good. Okay, that's a terrible card. We're not playing that. Let's go... Alright, let's go a training card. Because it's a power of 8, I think this guard shouldn't matter too much because we're not going to lose it. Yeah, which was good, because he had a pretty strong card there, so this should increase our guards for each of our cards. And by a heap too. So let's go... we might go another... There's probably not much point of using the training cards because all of our guards are already pretty high, so we can maybe try and burn this power card because it's pretty bad, but I guess we may as well probably use one of our stronger cards and we'll use this to attack. I think there's a 7 power, like 7 Dragon Ball stars as well. I haven't seen one of them yet. Okay, higher power. He still had a guard of 5 though, so we're only going to do 1 damage. That's not going to be very high. Only 1 damage. I think he has pretty high health too, because obviously it's kind of like the boss of this stage. So we're getting there. Slow chip damage. As long as we don't take damage, we're good. He hasn't had a very strong attack, but 1 guard's not going to be good. That's a pretty bad card. I think that's the use item. I don't think we really have any items we want to use. So let's have it we burn. Might burn this card. We're probably going to lose on the power, but it's got a high enough guard that we shouldn't take any damage. Because even if he has a power of 8, it still won't damage too much. But that's right. Even if our guard is higher, we'll still take a bit of damage. We're going to take a bit of damage. I'm not sure if having more, like a higher guard after an attack is the damage we take, or if it's just like a flat little bit of damage. Okay, we got some pretty bad cards at the moment. At least they got high. So we've got pretty high guards. So how about we try and get rid of this because it's a pretty strong card, but I don't think we really need to use anything. So we should win it. Yeah, so we're gonna win it. That would have been a good time to use an attack. We don't really have one. Alright, what items do we have to use? Because I don't know if we have to use an item. Yeah, don't use an item. So HP I don't really need. HP I don't really need. Raise attack power for a little one turn. I feel like I might try and hold on to my items until I really need to use them, so yes, don't use. Might use a training card now just to boost these last few up, just so we can guarantee it. We'll use this one. The cards we have at the moment aren't great. Like we got a Z card, which is nice, but it's got pretty low power, but I think most of the cards he's been using have only been around about like 5 star power, so they've all just jumped up to Z, so let's burn this one because we're not going to win it on the power. At least we'll guard a fair bit, and if his is an attack, it'll take some damage, but it won't be very much. Okay, so this was 4 this time, so we'll have a look and see whether or not we lose less damage. So we'd be expecting about here. Okay, I think we did actually use less, so that's good. Okay, pretty good card. It's a friend card, so I think it does boost something. Or I think the friend attacks actually. But it's 6 stars, so we should hopefully win this one. Because if we don't, we're going to take a fair bit of damage because of this guard, which means they'd have to have either a 7 or an 8. Probably good. So our 6 versus their 4, so we should get up by 2, and it is an attack even though it's a friend, so we got Krillin attacking now. Damage for 2, chip a little bit more. I think I should drop him past half. I don't think it's quite a half yet. Yeah. Let's go with... I don't really want to use the use items, but the guards are still pretty high. Really need some more attack cards. I don't want to use this hide yet, even just to see what it does, because it's got a pretty low guard, so let's burn this. I probably won't use an item. I don't know if items can carry over. Oh, there you go, there's a 7. So it's lucky with the high guard card. That's why I burnt it. I'm not sure if the items carry over with the maps and things like that. I don't think they would. So it's probably worth it to use them. So maybe if I take one more hit, I might use one of the items, or whenever I use this card maybe. Okay, this is terrible. I kind of want to try another reversal. 5. Let's just use this. Let's boost at least these two up, and then we might use the pipe one after. Because we're pretty much guaranteed to lose the power. And again, we're still taking damage from this, so it might actually be a good time to use the item. And then maybe we'll use the high card after. Even though this is like the first stage, there's still a fair bit we've got to like actually think about and do. It's not just a cakewalk. Okay, that Yamcha guard's really low, so alright, let's heal a bit, and maybe we might be able to use the hide. Damn, we actually lost that one. Okay, but again, it had a pretty high guard, so at least it won't take too much damage, but we won't be able to use the items, so we actually have to be careful with our health now. Because I think we only have one card that has... Yeah, we only have this one card with a high guard, and we're almost... Well, we're at half health now. This is a pretty good card. 7-star. I think this boosts the power, if I remember correctly. Should win it, it's a 7. Yeah. So hopefully the power of it should pass. It's 5, 1, 5, 4. 5, 1, 5, 4. So it pretty much boosts them by about 1 or 2, which is really nice. 7-star TN will be a pretty decent attack. So I'm probably either going with one of these. I think while we still got a bit of health, let's try the attack. I don't think he'll have a 7 or an 8. Pretty unlikely, but yeah. Oh, and he had a guard of 1, so this will do it. This will be it. Is it a tri-beam attack from TN if I remember? No. That should do it. 6 damage, sure. I'd say each of these have been like 1 or 2 points of damage as chip. Very nice, very nice. See, it's all about friendship. More or less not. Wins every time. I don't think that was enough for the pop though. Oh no, it was. Even more. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at our captures. Let's try and not get a health on this time. Let's have a look at a different colour. Okay, I think that's health because it's grey. So I think we can discard them. Okay, so that's white. Sure, let's have a look. Event up. So events are the friends. So at the moment we've got strike that deals damage. This is the power up, which increases the power of all the cards in our hand. This one's the training, which increases the guard of all of our cards. This is the friendship, which is also an attack, but it's another friend. So I think that's pretty much just the same as an attack. This is use item. Z, you can pick any of them. I thought this was reversal, but it didn't quite work and we haven't had a chance to spy it yet, so we're getting there. We're starting to learn. It is cool. I do enjoy this. Let go of me, Kakarot. You fool. I won't let you get away with this. Looks like you die with me. Are you serious? Goku, I can't afford to hold back. I never thought I'd be able to take care of you at the same time. Let go of me. I promise, I'll leave this planet forever. I'm not lying. Don't tell me you don't believe I'm your brother. Do it. Do it. Are you ready to die? Oof. Special beam cannon fire! No! It's over. Goku sacrificed his own life to defeat Raditz. But the other 2 surviving Saiyans are on their way to Earth. In order to train to fight with this new threat, Kami sends Goku to become King Kai's pupil. 1 year remains until the Saiyans arrive on Earth. Can Goku protect the Earth? Who knows? Very nice. The stage clear. That's good. It'll take a while to work everything out, but not too bad. Alright, so the stage name, new stage, Snake Way Marathon. That's what we're up to in Gohan's harsh training. So this is the first stage we passed. Raditz, messaging from the stars. It took 6 turns. So we got only 2Z rank. We did 5 laps.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Jeez, people really shouldn't drink in the middle of the day. Krillin, keep away. Rip. I think Krillin just died. We could win. Oh great, I got a 7. Oh no. See, I don't understand how that works. I'm a first-class warrior. I have no problem killing you. Epic fight scenes going on right now. Okay, 7-5. Really? Is this your first time playing this game? No, please don't. This could be interesting. I'll hear you out. No, 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 and no, absolutely not. Oh, never mind. He just used explosion. Oh, that works. Discarding current. No! Oh, we actually got a tie. So now this 8 carries on. So we really need to lock in for this one. So we're definitely going to use our best card. Because I'm pretty sure it inherits. So this 7 will then add on to the 8. Hopefully we win. Oh no. Okay. We're up to 15 now and my cards are not very good. Oh. Goku with a clutch. A power up 8. There's no way he has this. And we carry on the 15.